dames en heren, jongens en meisjes. Bedankt voor de fantastische ondersteuning van het elftal. Dames en heren, jongens en meisjes. Bedankt voor de fantastische ondersteuning van het elftal. fantastische ondersteuning van het elftal. Ook u, dames en heren, jongens en meisjes. Bedankt voor de fantastische ondersteuning van het elftal. goals.
past Africa Cup of Nations tournament, and they're currently ranked 85th in the world, so number 85 in the world. And Uganda have never beaten Tunisia in their history. So we'll be getting underway very, very soon indeed, in about just over a minute's time. And I can't stress enough how bad the weather conditions are. Hopefully the pitch will be able to soak this all up okay, but at the moment the pitch looks fine, it looks alright, but it's absolutely pouring it down with rain here. So this is the opening group game for both of these sides. So for both Tunisia and Uganda, this is their first game in this year's AFCON tournament, and this follows on from the Nigeria versus Tanzania game. That was the first Group C game that took place a little earlier on today, and that finished Nigeria 2, Tanzania 1. So Nigeria getting off to a winning start there in this year's AFCON campaign. So we'll just very quickly, just before the start of the match, we'll just run through the starting lineups very, very quickly for you again. So for Tunisia, Darman, Valerie, Bron, Talbi, Abdi, Mejbri, Sad, Skiri, Captain Sassi, Mastouri and Achauri. And for Uganda, Salim, Sibi, Torak, Abita, Keondo, Samakula, Lorenzen, the captain Aucho, Semagabi, Mukwala and Mato. So we'll be getting underway in just a few moments then. It's now 8 PM UK time. We'll be getting underway very, very soon indeed. So Tunisia all in white and Uganda all in red. Well, red and sort of like a red and black pattern that Uganda have for their shirts. And Tunisia all in white. So it's going to be Tunisia that will kick us off, and they'll be shooting from right to left as I see it, and Uganda will be shooting from left to right from my perspective here. So we'll be getting underway very, very soon indeed, and we are now underway between Tunisia and Uganda in this competition, which is being hosted by Morocco for this campaign. So Tunisia starting on the front foot straight away then, just with Abdi just in the left back position, already going pretty high up the pitch here, but that's a misplaced pass there from the Ugandan midfield. Now Tunisia just racing through inside the 18-yard box here through Abdi. Now a delivery in from the left flank that's headed away by the Ugandan central defence there. Just comes out now to Valerie here, just on this right flank. And Tunisia have won a throw-in a good position on the right flank, only about 10 yards away from the corner quadrant, just working backwards at the moment. Now back to the centre circle, through to Tolby, now Bron. Back to Bron again, just behind the halfway line. Now to Tolby after just releasing, receiving the ball from Darman. Mejbri trying a through ball there on the left flank, but that'll be covered by the Ugandan defence through Sibi, who plays his club football for Burton Albion in the third tier in England. Again, Uganda just, whenever they do have the ball, they just can't keep it at the moment. And Tunisia, certainly with all the early possession at the moment, within the opening 2 minutes of the game, looking comfortable on the ball as well. Tolby still keeping the ball on this left flank. Mejbri, now Bron to Valerie, keeps the ball on the right hand side, intercepted by Uganda, and it will be a throw-in taken quickly on this right hand side then for Tunisia. Tunisia certainly go into this game as the favourites, but it's kind of a bit hard to tell how Tunisia are going to do at this tournament. It was an extremely disappointing AFCON campaign last time around 2 years ago, as we mentioned before. But Uganda certainly the underdogs for this match, but they still fancy their chances. Tunisia still with possession here, now just on the outskirts of the edge of the area on the right hand side. That's intercepted well there by Keondo. Now with Mato, attempted through ball, doesn't find anyone though. Just goes to the heart of the Tunisian defence with Tolby. Every single player already absolutely drenched. I was also working on a game earlier on today in the AFCON tournament between Botswana and Senegal, and the rain there as well was out of almost biblical proportions. It was quite something, but the pitch did really, really well to keep playing as well as it did. Abdi, we've certainly seen plenty of the ball so far for Tunisia. Loose ball just runs into the edge of the 18-yard box, and it's the first attempt on target there, but it's straight at Ngula in the Ugandan goal. It was Sassi, the Tunisian skipper, who went for the first shot on target. Just didn't really wrap his effort round that hard enough, really. Didn't get the conviction that he wanted there. In the end, a pretty comfortable save. Probably a good early test, though, for the goalkeeper, because the ball will probably be like a bit of a bar of soap at the moment with the weather conditions. But Uganda now with just a welcome feel of the ball here. Back to Ngula. Just finds ahead of Okwala up front, but Tunisia will win the ball again in midfield. Now with Sassi, Tunisia have actually won a free kick here, first of the game. Just foul that went in there from Lorenzen, just through the back there of Skiri. Highly rated player, Elias Skiri. Plays his club football in Germany for Eintracht Frankfurt. So 5 minutes in then, just the one shot that we've seen. It was on target from Tunisia, from Fejani Sassi. But not really troubling Jamal Salim in goal all that much. So still goalless at the moment then between Tunisia and Uganda. Now Tunisia just winning the ball again in midfield here, just on this right hand side. Now finding some space here. Cross comes in, but it's headed away. That's by Jordan Obita. And Uganda just launching the ball forwards. Goes inside Tunisia's own half, but their defence will easily deal with that. Now over onto the left-hand side here through Hannibal Mejbri. And the shot comes in, but it's just steered wide there from the number 9, Hazem Astauri. Decent effort though, with the inside of Mejbri's foot. Almost steered home there by Mastauri. Just to get on the end of it. Just didn't quite get the connection that he wanted, but again, probably the best chance Tunisia have had so far. Now Tunisia again winning the ball in midfield here. They could go for goal from 25 yards out. They'll actually pass the ball in towards the number 8, Elias Sad. Sad just loses the ball there at a pivotal point, and Uganda's defence will just steer the ball away. They're having to soak up quite a lot of pressure here already. As the rain continues to pour down here. There's going to be a throw-in for Uganda, just about 5 yards behind the halfway line, inside their own half. Maybe just an opportunity for them to just, get a bit more of a feel of the ball, just try and get a bit of a footing into the game, because at the moment they've been chasing the ball for the vast majority of the opening 7 minutes of this match here. And Uganda will just trade some passes just between their defence. This is just what they'll need to do just at this moment in time here, just to get this footing into the match, because as we said before, having to just soak up a lot of pressure just at the moment here. And this is going to be a throw-in now just for Tunisia. Midway down this left-hand side, inside Uganda's half. So it's going to be taken by Ali Abdi. Plays his club football in Nice, in Ligue 1. Floated delivery just towards the edge of the 18-yard box. Almost finds the head of Elias Chowri. Just couldn't quite find the target man there. The ball runs out harmlessly for defensive throw-in for Uganda, just on the left-hand side of their defence. Throw-in comes in then from Uganda, and it just runs straight through to the Tunisian midfield here. Just a loose ball, and the Ugandan defence will just be able to play the ball out, but they're just not able to really find any sustained possession just as soon as they sort of get towards the halfway line and try and move over into the Tunisian half. And it's been pretty comfortable at the moment for Tunisia's defence to deal with. Now they've just got some space on this right-hand side. Delivery comes in here towards the near post. There was an appeal of handball there. That was coming in from the number 9, Hassan Mastouri, still claiming for handball. Now VAR is present at all these AFCON games. It is very unfortunate there, so it's a slip from the number 15, Obita. Obviously didn't mean to handle the ball. I think it might have just hit him just underneath the shoulder. Doesn't look as if VAR are going to look into this any further, so it looks as if it will be a corner that will go ahead for Tunisia on this right-hand side. So 10 minutes in then, still goalless. We're still looking for this first goal of the game. So first corner of the game coming in from the right-hand side here. And it's going to be an outswinger, so no one around him. Floated into the area here, and has it gone in? It's gone in! It's crossed the line! It's crossed the line, and Tunisia make a dream start to their AFCON campaign here. It was a miserable campaign 2 years ago, last time around, for the Eagles of Carthage. But this is a dream start for them. They've scored after just 10 minutes here. Header from the outswinger of a corner that came in. And it's Skiri that has got the goal here after just 10 minutes played. It crept in at the near post. Just bundled its way over the goal line. And it's Tunisia 1, Uganda 0. In the end, it was a free header. Just manages to beat Magula at his near post. And I think Uganda probably should have defended that better on the line, to be honest. The defender there, Aziz Kayondo, almost getting in the way pretty much of Jamal Magula. And neither of them deal with it. I think it might actually be given as an own goal, because I think it comes off the post initially and then actually deflects off the keeper before it goes over the line. So I think retrospectively that might actually be given possibly as an own goal to the Ugandan goalkeeper Jamal Magula, but for the time being it looks as if it's going to be credited to Skiri, and there's definitely Mejbri with the assist if Skiri does get the eventual credit for that goal. But either way, Tunisia are now 1-0 up here against Uganda. Great start then for Sami Trabelsi's side, and work to do already for Uganda. So they're just going to play their way out of the defence here, just with Torak. Torak with a quick 1-2 with the Angola midfield with Semakula. Uganda kind of almost playing a 4-4-1-1 formation at the moment from what we can see. Just at the moment though, Tunisia just winning too many balls, too many of the second balls in midfield, and it's really harming Uganda at the moment. And Tunisia have now won a free kick about 15 yards over the halfway line in the central role inside Uganda's half. Free kick won there by Sassi, the Tunisia skipper. And Tunisia looking to see if they can double their advantage here. But Tunisia already 1-0 up. Goal to Skiri. But on another look though, it may just have actually hit the post before it then hits the keeper. So I don't know if it might actually end up being given as a Jamal Magula own goal, and that remains to be seen. So the free kick for Tunisia was taken a little bit too quickly for the referee's liking, so it's actually going to be taken again. So it's going to be pumped up towards the edge of the D. Let's see if Tunisia can punish Uganda further with another set piece. Comes in at the far post, but number 17 for Tunisia, Elias Skiri. looking to find his second of the tournament already. Just couldn't quite latch onto the ball at the far post there. Just a bit too deep, that free kick. Just needed a little less weight on it, and it would have been pretty much in a perfect position there. But Uganda then, with some work to do, already 1-0 down. They'll go along with the goalkeeper through Magula. And that's managed to find the Ugandan forward line. So now to the right-hand side, finds Semagabi. Delivery comes in. They'll go for goal from the 18-yard box, and the ball pinballs around there, but the Tunisian defence is just able to clear the ball away before there was too much danger. Now we've got a Tunisian midfielder down on the turf. The yellow card comes out here, and that's to Kayondo. So the first booking of the game is given to the number 23, Aziz Kayondo. Plays his club football for Slovan Liberec. Almost leaves the arm in there, catches the face of the Tunisian number 9, Hazem Stauri. Just having another look at the replay there. Just want to see, does it actually come off the post? It does. I'm not sure if that will actually end up being credited then to Skiri for the goal. So when you look at more of a zoomed in replay on the monitor, actually comes off the post first before then going off the keeper. Kind of explains the almost slow motion way in which the ball actually found its way over the line. Because initially I actually thought it had just gone the other side of the post, but it just crept in there. It's enough for Tunisia to have an early lead in their opening game of this Africa Cup of Nations campaign. So quarter of an hour played. Tunisia are 1-0 up here against Uganda, and they're still yet to take this free kick in a defensive position, talking about 20 yards behind the halfway line, inside their own half. And they'll play it out from the back here. Tolby back to Darman, who's certainly had a very quiet game so far in the Tunisian net. Long ball finds Astauri, holds the ball up well. And Tunisia just very, very easy for them at the moment to win possession in the midfield. It's really costing Uganda. They've got space here on the right-hand side. Pull the ball back. The ball is just steered away by Semakula, but the ball has not been steered away completely from danger. But they have just managed to win a goal kick. The ball came off Sassi last. It was the right decision, just coming off him last there. So it's going to be a goal kick then for Uganda to take. And so far Tunisia have had 3 shots overall, Uganda with 2. Those 2 came in very quick succession, but they were both blocked before they could actually trouble Darman in the Tunisia goal. Ball will just be fed back from Skiri, right back to Darman. Just took perhaps a little more time than he needed to. Manages to clear the ball away. And Tunisia have got some space here on the right of centre, just inside their own half here. Ball runs out of play. Looks like it's going to be taken by Valerie for Tunisia. Throw-in taken then, just over the halfway line. And again, we've got a Tunisian player down. He's gone down in an absolute heap here. It's the number 9 again, Mastauri. Could be a card coming out of the referee's pocket here. It's certainly going to be another free kick for Tunisia. That's a nasty challenge there from Aucho. He's had a pretty quiet game so far, the Uganda skipper. No card came out though, a little bit surprising. It was a robust challenge to say the least. Maybe even slightly over the ankle there. It's pretty fortunate to have not received at least a yellow. And play continues then, and free kicks taken short. Tunisia bring the ball up to the halfway line. Now over to the right flank, manages to find Achauri. Looking to play the ball in from this right-hand side, running out of space. Ball comes off Kayondo last, and it'll be a throw-in for Tunisia in a good position. Make the most of it though, taken quickly, and the ball runs out again, and now it's Uganda throw-in. Defensive position for them on their left-hand side. So 18 minutes played then. Tunisia 1, Uganda 0 earlier on today. So the first Group C game to took place earlier today, and that finished Nigeria 2, Tanzania 1 in that game. Tunisia back with possession of the ball here in midfield, but a strong challenge, but fair. Now Uganda can actually counter here, just on the right-hand side, looking to thread a nice ball. They're now inside the 18-yard box here. They could have a chance. Player goes down. Nothing given from the referee. And Tunisia play the ball extremely long there, very, very direct, looking to play Mastouri into a great position, but Uganda's defence certainly equal to that one. Now back, still with the Ugandan back four, now with Obita. Plays for Hibernian in the Scottish Premier League. Now just continuing to play the ball out from the back here. Torak. Back to Magula. Pretty unfortunate from him, that goal. When you look back at the angle then, so the ball does appear to have rebounded off him and over the line after it's initially hit the post. It really is. I can't stress enough how poor the weather conditions are. It is heaving it down with rain. Must be making this game, gives it this game an extra level of difficulty for all of these players here. But Uganda is going midway down the right-hand side inside Tunisia's own half. And just back into the centre circle with Obita. And Kayondo. Back to Obita. About 10 yards behind the halfway line. And Uganda will just move the ball just towards the right-hand side of their defence now with Torak. Obita. Back to Torak. Now takes the ball over the halfway line. That's good play there. Just from Civic. Just managing to skip past an opponent, and in the end the last touch comes from Tolby. And Uganda have won a throw-in a decent position here. Civic on the ball again, and again goes past his opponent, but Tunisia win the ball this time around, and that's a strong challenge that's come in there. Ball runs out of play just in front of the dugout area. It was Abdi that went down there for Tunisia. It was a strong challenge, but it was fair. And it should be a throw-in for Tunisia. About 15 yards behind the halfway line on the left-hand side of their defence. It's going to be Abdi to take. Just beginning to see some surface water now on the pitch, so hopefully this rain will just calm down a bit, because we've just seen there with a sliding challenge that came in from Lorenzen for Uganda. As he slid in for the challenge, a huge sort of like puddle of water came up there. So hopefully the rain will just calm it down a bit, because we certainly don't want to see the pitch creating too much of an influence on this game. One ball comes in now from Bagula inside the Uganda goal. Falls with Mato. He's had a pretty quiet game so far, looking to build the ball down this left-hand side. Uganda have some space in, just as they think they can get the long-range shot in. The foul is being committed by Kuala, who's leading the line for the Uganda attack. And so it's going to be a defensive free kick for Tunisia, the 2004 AFCON winners. It's the only time they've ever won it. It was back when they hosted the tournament 21 years ago. Long ball in this time from Tunisia then from the free kick directly, headed away by the Ugandan defence. And the ball will just return to the Ugandan back line now with Magula. Distributes the ball to his right wing here. And finds Semagabi, but Tunisia again winning the ball in midfield, and they've done that so many times already in that game. This is what's really costing Uganda at the moment here. An attempted through ball, and it's cleared away by the Ugandan defence. He'll just run as far as Tolby. Keeper comes out to support him. Dharma. Tolby again. Now Abdi. Back to Tolby. He'll go long this time down this left-hand side. Got too much purchase on it. The ball zips along the very wet surface, and the ball will go out for a goal kick then for Magula to take. Just a reminder that 2 Group D games, so all the 4 Group D teams were in action earlier on today as well. That finished Benin 0, the Democratic Republic of the Congo 1, and after that it finished Botswana 0, Senegal 3, and honestly it could have ended up being about 6 or 7 nil to Senegal. They were very, very dominant indeed. Had an XG, I think, of just under 4 in that match, but it was an inspired performance by the Botswana goalkeeper earlier on today. That managed to keep the scoreline at least respectable for the Zebras. Back here then at the Rabat Olympic Stadium, Uganda trying to build down this left-hand side. About midway down Tunisia's own half, but again the Eagles of Carthage were able to win possession in midfield, looking to play this down the middle here. We're just getting scrappy, but I think the weather's playing a big part of that. The rain continues to absolutely hammer it down here onto the pitch. It must be really difficult to play a normal game with the amount of rain that's coming down at the moment. It is. The heavens have truly opened here. Now it's throw-in then for Uganda, in a good position on the left-hand side. Just not really showing a killer instinct in that final third. Ball is held up by Mato. Now Semakula in the centre of midfield. Back to Torak, but every Ugandan outfield player now inside Tunisia's half. I think this is certainly the best phase of possession, spell of possession that Uganda have had so far in this game. Back with Torak on the right of centre, plays the ball down the middle. Now manages to find Civic. Goes past one man. Now plays back to Torak. Again, this is definitely the best that Uganda have been on the ball so far in this game. Now Aucho. Torak receives the ball once more. Back to the centre of midfield. Nice play here from Uganda. Nice passing play. Just needs something a little bit extra once they do get to the final third. Ball is spread to the middle. Picked up by Aucho. Now Mato. And Uganda. This is good play from Uganda. Just passing the ball around nicely. Taken, 25 minutes, but finally moving the ball around quite nicely indeed here. Good support game from Civic. Now they'll build down this right-hand side here through Lorenzen. Just loses the ball just as he comes up to the byline. It's good defending from Abdi. Now Tunisia can play the ball out from the middle here. They've got some space to work into as well. Now going down through Valerie. Done on a 30-yard run here. Now in line with the edge of the 18-yard box on the right flank. That's really good play actually. He puts in Sassi. Just enters the 18-yard box. They'll go for goal here, but it's steered wide of the target. That was an opportunity there for Tunisia to double their advantage. Lovely tee up there, and Sassi just steers the ball. Sorry, my apologies. Sassi with the tee up himself. It was Mejbri that went for the goal. It steers his effort wide there by about 3 or 4 yards. Probably should have done a bit better with the amount of time that he had, even though he was about just maybe 20 yards out there. But certainly an opportunity. Probably Tunisia's best effort to double their advantage. This game opening up nicely here. Uganda have definitely got a bit more of a footing in this game. And again, they're now passing the ball around nicely just on this right-hand side. In starting with Civic. Now Torak. To Obita. And passes back to Magula, who's just outside the D. On ball from the goalkeeper, straight down the left of centre here. from Uganda's perspective. Ball runs out of play. It'll be a throw in to Tunisia midway down the right flank inside Uganda's own half. So 28 minutes gone. Tunisia 1, Uganda 0 in both of these teams' opening game of the 2025 AFCON tournament. Of course, this will cross over into the start of 2026. This AFCON campaign, I think it must be very rarely going over the Christmas and New Year period. Obita just taking the ball out of the Uganda back line. And there'll be Torak. Just takes the ball over the halfway line, getting support there from Semugabi. The pressing, though, from Tunisia has to go all the way back to Magula. And it's a long ball right up the centre here. Neither of the Ugandan forwards can latch onto it, though. Tunisia will deal with it pretty comfortably, starting with Valerie of Sheffield Wednesday in the Championship of England's second tier. Not best of deliveries, though, and the Ugandan backline will just again steer the ball from out of their own half. Now with Aucho. Ball spread from the left flank to the right here. That's well headed down there by Semugabi. Possibly got some space here, just on the edge of the 18-yard box. Still, you can tell there's just a little bit of standing water now in some areas of the pitch. There are just some areas where the ball is just struggling a little bit. When a player does come in for a challenge, there's a big spray of water that comes up. Just hope that the rain doesn't affect this game too much here. The rain is showing no sign of stopping, and Uganda have now won the free kick in a good position here on their left hand side. It's Keondo who goes down. I think he's made the most out of that one, but he's won his side a free kick here as Keondo. So just over the half hour mark, and this is a good position here for Uganda. This could well end up being their best chance so far. So probably won't be hit directly at goal, because it's at too acute an angle. But this free kick on this left flank, only about 4 or 5 yards away from the edge of the 18-yard box on this left-hand side. The free kick's going to be drilled in by Lorenzen. Got plenty of players up forward here. And can Uganda strike some damage on the set piece? Free kick comes in then, kept low down. It's an awful delivery, to put it politely. It's a real let-off there for Tunisia. But Uganda now have the ball on their left-hand side again. Now they've lost the ball very, very easily to Tunisia's midfield. And they've now won a throw-in. The Eagles of Carthage. Just behind the halfway line on this right-hand side. And it's the 32nd minute of the game. Tunisia still looking to double their advantage as the number 9, Mastouri, goes down again. He's been caught quite a lot so far in this opening half an hour of the AFCON tournament for him. Have a look at the replay here. Yeah, just a bit of a high foot there. I think it just grazes him on the knee, and that would have hurt. So I think there was a connection, but he is now back up on both feet here. So it's going to be a free kick to Tunisia. Again, too acute an angle to be hit directly at goal. A little bit too far out as well, but a good opportunity here for Sami Trabelsi's side to whip the ball into the 18-yard area and to try and cause some havoc for the Ugandan defence. So still waiting for the delivery. Got to say the attendance, in fact we'll run back to that in a moment. The delivery comes in, headed away by the Ugandan back line, and it's cleared away as far out as possible here. Ball comes back to them. That's a poor delivery, and again Tunisia's midfield will win the ball, but now they lose possession through sloppy play there. Neither side can hold on to the ball at the moment. It's getting very, very scrappy. It's still Tunisia that hold that slender lead, and now they win back possession with their defence and can just play their slow tempo at the moment with their back line. As we were coming on to before, just the attendances I've got to say so far in this tournament haven't been great. There's quite a few empty seats, it has to be said, in this match, and there were a fair amount of empty seats for a game I worked on earlier today as well between Botswana and Senegal. So I'm not too sure if that's been a concurrent theme for every game so far of this tournament, but yeah, a fair amount of empty seats, which isn't great to see. It has been a very entertaining tournament so far, this edition of AFCON. Plenty of goals. Probably nothing in the way of surprise results here, but certainly plenty of goals and some very good ones as well. Play resumes then here between Tunisia and Uganda, and it's Torak just take the ball over the halfway line. Receives support now from Sibic. He's had a good game for Uganda. Likes to go forward on that right hand side, but again, just sloppy play in the midfield from Uganda. Ball runs out, misplaced pass from Aucho, the Ugandan captain. Going to be a throw-in for Valerie to take for Tunisia. Goes long, done about 20 yards there with the throw-in, headed out by Uganda's defence. Chowry trying to get his head onto the end of that, but Tunisia have still won a throw-in. They've made up about 15 yards of territory there. Ball runs out again, very scrappy in this midfield area. And Uganda just take the throw-in a little bit too quick there. And Tunisia's midfield is able to win the ball back very comfortably. And it's fed all the way back to Darman, as we mentioned before. Has had a pretty quiet game so far. Not really had an actual save to make yet. And so far, Tunisia with 55% possession to Uganda's 45%. Sad just on the ball here on this left hand side. That's a nice run here, looking to play a through ball into the middle, also looking for support as well from Abdi. Uganda's defence just able to clear the ball away. Now Abdi to Sad, and Valerie just goes past Matto. It's a good run here from Valerie, goes down. Thought that was a foul, but the referee says no. And Uganda will just be able to find some space here through Matto. And this is better from the Cranes here. Now just taking the ball just towards the corner quadrant on this left-hand side. Initial delivery is cleared away by the Tunisian defence, and then it's cleared away a second time. Just get the feeling that when Uganda do get the ball into the final third, it's just kind of a lack of ideas and a lack of creativity at the moment. But it's definitely getting better though as the game has progressed. And now Sibic has got some space here on this right hand side, manages to drill the ball in a very good area inside Tunisia's 18-yard box, but the Tunisian defence is just able to clear the ball away. But now Uganda on the attack once more. Now with Kayondo. And every Ugandan player just inside Tunisia's own half here. It's a bit of a waste of a delivery though. The ball will actually end up going for a throw-in rather than a corner kick. Not the best of deliveries there from Torak. That was a good delivery though from Sibic. Almost found his man. He was looking for Mukwala. Just couldn't quite find him though. But he's been certainly the best player for me so far for Uganda, Sibic. And really good going down into those attacking positions on the right hand side for the Cranes. Play resumes here then. And Uganda will just move the ball right into the centre circle. with Civic, we've just mentioned there. Back to Torak. He's forced to go all the way back to Magula. Just has the ball just outside the edge of the D as Uganda look to find an equaliser here. That's not the best of balls there from the goalkeeper, and there was just a moment there where Tunisia could have gone for a long-range shot because the goalkeeper was well out of position, but that opportunity was fleeting and it was missed. They still have the ball here. Now with Skiri, scorer of the only goal so far. Now to Valerie. And it just goes back to Tunisia's defence, but they're now playing the ball up to the halfway line here, so they're pushing up, playing the ball through the middle. And they've got some space to work into here through Mastouri. Plays the ball to the left-hand side, finds Sad. Just takes the ball up to the byline, now cuts back onto his right foot. Now manages to find Mejbri. Plays the ball square. They could go for goal here from 20 yards out. They do, and it's charged down, but there's space in the area for them to get a shot in before the Ugandan defence is just able to scramble the ball away. But Tunisia back in possession on this right-hand side. Towards the midfield here, finds Skiri. And a floated delivery on the right-hand side of the 18-yard box. But Mastouri can't quite get on the end of it, and that'll be taken into the arms there of Magula. And Tunisia have got more space here. It's a good run there from Sad. Goes down, but the referee plays advantage. Now Abdi gets in a good position. Here it is, 2-0! What a strike that is from a Chowri, and it's Tunisia 2, Uganda 0. That's a beautiful volleyed finish there. Tunisia go 2-0 up here. This is a great start for them in this year's AFCON tournament. As we mentioned before, their 2023 campaign was a miserable one. It was a group stage exit. They didn't win a single game in their 3 group games, but this has been a much better start here for Sami Trabelsi's side. And it all stems from just sloppy defending, really. They're not really playing to the whistle either, because the Ugandan player went down, expecting the referee to blow the whistle, but he didn't. Just too casual defending, and it's a nice delivery from Abdi, but what a volley that is. He had to think quickly, and it's a side-footed volley. Nothing the goalkeeper Magula can do about that. And Tunisia have now gone 2-0 up here against Uganda, and that is a lovely finish there from Elias Achauri, who plays his club football for FC Copenhagen in the Danish Superliga, and he gets his goal account going here at this AFCON tournament. So it's now Tunisia 2, Uganda 0. Skiri, though it could possibly be credited as a goalkeeper own goal later on by the disputed goals panel, but no doubts about who scored that second goal for the Eagles of Carthage. That was Elias Achauri with a wonderful volleyed finish. Now Uganda have got it all to do here, looking to respond quickly. They've won the throw-in in good position here. Civic takes it, manages to find the number 22, Semagabi. Civic now just goes into the area, looking to play a through ball, but the ball will be claimed by Darman. Now Darman goes immediately long here, and Tunisia have managed to find some space, and Uganda's defence is not looking very organised whatsoever. Tunisia with another good chance, but they've steered the ball over the bar, and Saad should have done a lot better there. That was a really good opportunity for Tunisia to score and extend their lead once more. And you can tell from one of the other Tunisian players' reactions there of what they thought about that effort. Just needed to show some composure, because Uganda's defence is all over the place at the moment. It's not organised at all. And Tunisia, as soon as they play the ball up, especially when they go long, Uganda's defence just looks all out of sorts. And Tunisia really should have gone 3-0 up there. But Uganda just clinging on, and they just need to try and get through to half-time. Make sure the scoreline at least just remains 2-0 if they're not going to score a goal themselves. So Uganda back on the attack once more. Civic now back to Torak. Now to Semakula in the centre of Uganda's midfield. Now Tunisia's midfield wins possession once again here. Skiri now to Valerie. Just trying to find Mejbri there, but misplaced pass. Lorenzen wins the ball back for Uganda. Now to Kayondo. Now with Civic. Just to the right wing here for Uganda, just over the halfway line. Ball played in from Torak into the centre circle, goes through to Aucho. Now trying to find their forward line with a long ball, but that's pretty simple for Tunisia's defence to deal with, and you just feel from Uganda's perspective they've got to make sure that they just stay at the interval with the score at least at 2-0. They've just actually gone for a long range attempt through the number 7 Mato. That is not troubling the goalkeeper at all. I don't think he's actually had a proper save to make yet as Eamon Darman. And we're now just less than 60 seconds away before finding out how much stoppage time there will be here, but Tunisia certainly deserve to be in the lead. But you do get the feeling that if Tunisia were to get one more, they could end up scoring quite a few more, because Uganda's defence, it's just within the past 10 minutes or so, it's becoming really, really ragged and disorganised. They're certainly getting a bit better going forwards, but they're getting worse with their defence, and Tunisia are really able to find a lot of big spaces to work into here. Now Uganda just with Torak about 10 yards behind the halfway line. Good pressing from Tunisia, just forced to go all the way back to Magula. Flicked on header. Now this is a chance here for Uganda in first half stoppage time. They cut back here, ball goes on target. There's a really good header there on the edge of the 6-yard box by the number 6 Bron. It was Mato that went for goal. Did the right thing, didn't go first time because he was at too acute an angle, cut back, and then he did get the shot on target. I think it would have been saved anyway, but Bron manages to get a blocked header in. It will be a corner here to Uganda, and there's 90 seconds of stoppage time to go here, so Uganda have an opportunity through this set piece to maybe halve the deficit just before they go into the changing rooms here. So the corner is going to be taken by Aziz Kayondo. Corner comes in swinger, initially headed away by the Tunisian defence. Tunisia keep the ball on this left-hand side. Looking to counter here through the Chowri, scorer of Tunisia's second goal, and that's certainly one of the goals of the tournament so far. Just a wonderfully calm and controlled volleyed finish that Uganda could do nothing about. So they just won a free kick just behind the halfway line. They'll just play it back to their defence. Just over 30 seconds to go then. Tunisia looking for one more before they reach the interval. Saad manages to find some support here through Abdi, and the ball comes off Torak last, and it's going to be a corner. And you can tell Tunisia just within the last 15 minutes that it's certainly been their best period of the game, and at the moment every time Tunisia are going forward it looks like they're going to score, and Uganda really beginning to struggle now. So we're at the 2-minute mark of stoppage time, and this is going to surely be the final chance of this first half. Corner is going to be taken by Mejbri, takes it short into the 18-yard box, and again Chowri with the attempted cross. It's charged down. Will there be enough time for another corner? I think we are, so got just enough time for this second quick corner. Gonna have to rush it though. So it's going to be taken by Mejbri again. This time they're going to go long here rather than short. So in swinger of a delivery right into the 18-yard box, hooked away by the Ugandan defence. Now they're looking to counter as quickly as they can, but the half-time whistle goes from the referee. So in the end there, at the interval, it's a deserved lead for Tunisia. So goals from for Tunisia, goals from Elias Skiri and Elias Chowri has given them a very healthy 2-0 lead at the interval. And if anything, if we're going to see another goal, it certainly looks like Tunisia are going to be the most likely to get it. So comfortable first half overall then for Tunisia. Work to do.
Bedankt voor de fantastische ondersteuning van het elftal. fantastische ondersteuning van het elftal. Bedankt voor de fantastische ondersteuning van het elftal. Bedankt voor de fantastische ondersteuning van het elftal. Bedankt voor de fantastische ondersteuning van het elftal.
But for those who are, Tunisia managed 0.56 in that first half, whilst Uganda managed 0.33, but crucially they've not actually registered a shot on target yet in that first half. So in terms of total shots, Tunisia managed 7 with 3 on target, and of course 2 of those going in. Uganda with 4 shots and none on target so far. Now it looks as if Uganda are going to make a couple of substitutions, and it looks as if Tunisia are also going to make 1 substitution as well. So as soon as we've got confirmation of those, of course we'll report that to you. But it does look as if Tunisia are definitely getting ready to make a substitution here. So it looks as if Firis Chawat is going to be coming on. And for Uganda, it looks as if Travis Mutiaba and Dennis Omedi are going to be coming on here. So for Uganda, Travis Mutiaba is going to be coming on for Melvin Lorenzen. This is the first of the Ugandan substitutions. And also coming on for Uganda, Dennis Omedi. He's going to be coming on. Just waiting confirmation of this as to who exactly he's going to be coming on for. So just going to get those confirmed very, very shortly. Tunisia are also going to make a substitution as well. So just confirmation then for the changes for Uganda. So Omedi has come on for Semagabi, and Mutiaba has come on for Lorenzen. And the one change that has been made by Tunisia head coach Sami Trabelsi is that Chawat has come on for Mastauri. So 2 changes there for Uganda, and 1 change there for Tunisia as we now get the second half underway. So Uganda get us started, and they'll be going from right to left as I see it, and Tunisia shooting from left to right this time around for the second half. And Uganda have just managed a free kick. They've secured a free kick from a good area. Mato just going down in a bit of a heap, but he is now back up on both feet. And so Uganda have got a free kick on this left wing in a very good attacking position, not far at all from where the touchline is. And it's an opportunity here for Uganda to whip the ball in and try and cause some damage here amongst the Tunisian back line. But delivery comes in, not the best there from Uganda, and Tunisia are able to clear away. Now Uganda back in possession here with Kayondo. Obviously a big tough ask here if Uganda are going to get a positive outcome from this game, as Tunisia now hit them on the counter here through Mejbri. Looking to play in a through ball there for Sad to run onto. It'll be covered here by Civic, who's been Uganda's best player for me so far. They've managed to win the ball back, Tunisia. Now with Chowri, then from the byline, from the right flank. Ball comes in into a dangerous area. Sassi manages to get on the end of it, and now Tunisia have got space here. They could go for goal from around 10 yards out. It's cleared initially, and then the goalkeeper, Bagula, is able to claim the ball in the nick of time when the through ball came in. The rain is still absolutely pouring it down here onto the pitch here at the Rabat Olympic Stadium in Morocco. As Uganda get us back underway here from deep inside their own half. They'll just start from the back with Magula. So it's Civic, long ball up, just chested down there by Valerie, the Sheffield Wednesday in Tunisia right back. So Uganda with the throw-in, loses possession pretty quickly there, and the ball comes off Aucho last, the skipper. It's going to be a throw-in for Tunisia, about 10 yards behind the halfway line, inside their own half here. Ball just comes off Aucho once more. It'll be a throw-in for Tunisia to take a game. Just over the halfway line this time. It'll be Valerie to take them. Just goes past two people here. Then it's a misplaced pass from Sassi. That'll be a throw-in for Uganda. That'll be Kayondo to take. Kayondo just manages to throw the ball back in now. But again, Tunisia win the ball very, very quickly in the midfield. A pattern that repeated itself so many times in that first half. And now it's Chowri looking to deliver the ball in from the right-hand side. Covered well, though, by Kayondo. Tunisia managed to find some space. Have they now won a corner? Yes, they have. So Tunisia have won a corner. That will come in from their right-hand side here. Now some defending to do for Uganda. Of course, next goal is crucial. If Tunisia were to get the next one, that surely is game over. It will be a victory for the North African side to begin their campaign off with. And it will be already a better campaign this time around than what they did last time, where they failed to win in the group stage 2 years ago in 2023. Corner comes in, outswinger there from Mejbri. Falls to nothing though. And then Uganda looking to strike on the counter-attack. And it's Mato that goes down. The yellow card comes out here. That's being dished out to Sad. Elias Sad, who plays his club football in Augsburg for Germany. For Augsburg in Germany. He receives the yellow card. That's Tunisia's first booking of the game. Just one yellow card for Uganda at this moment in time. That went to Kayondo in the 14th minute. So 5 minutes into the second half then. Tunisia just on the ball now on this left-hand side, just over the halfway line. Ball runs out and it'll be a throw-in for Uganda to take. And we'll just play the ball to their back line here. And to Mato, just on the halfway line, looking to play in Kayondo, but Tunisia are able to win the ball back pretty quickly again. This is a really good run now from Tunisia, just into the outskirts of the 18-yard box. 50-50 challenge, and Tunisia come out on top with that one. Sassi. Now to Skiri. It's all the way back to the Tunisian back line now, with Tolbi. Abdi. Back to Tolbi again, just behind the halfway line. Definitely get the feeling that this next goal will be absolutely crucial, because if Uganda can just get a goal back here, then it would set up a very interesting remainder of this second half. As Mejbri just goes down inside his own half there for Tunisia. And it's going to be a free kick for the Eagles of Carthage. Just about 10 yards inside their own half, behind the halfway line. Taken short. Into the 52nd minute now. So just a reminder of the substitutions that took place at the interval. So for Tunisia, Chawat has come on for Mastauri. And it was a double change at the interval that Paul Putt made, the Uganda head coach. And Semagabi and Lorenzen went off for Amedi and Mutiaba to come on for. We've just got a free kick now for Tunisia. And the rain still comes down here very, very hard indeed. Conditions still okay. The pitch is holding this up really, really well, actually. It's got to be said. Now, we've just got a Ugandan player down here. And we just... players had to be stopped for about a minute now. Let's just wait and see exactly what comes out from this. So, looks as if it was just a foot that was left in there by Grob. And it's just caught a Ugandan player. He's still down at the moment. Now, VAR is present at this game, as it is throughout the tournament. There is some concern as well being shown by some of the Tunisian players. It's Mutiaba, who's only been on the pitch for about 8 minutes. think he'll be okay to continue, but already pretty much all the rest of the Ugandan squad are warming up around the athletics track outside the perimeters of the pitch. And there's a possibility here that Mutiaba might not be able to continue, which is a big blow there for Uganda. But he's just limping off the pitch now, so it remains to be seen if he can continue, but it would be a real shame because Mutiaba has only been on the pitch for, about 8 minutes. So at the moment he's away from the pitch, so Uganda currently down to 10 men just at the moment as a free kick comes in and it's cleared away by the Tunisian defence. There'll be a throw in to Uganda. And Mutiaba is now able to come back on. Still, I don't think quite 100% fit, but he is back on the pitch at least, as Tunisia now make another substitution. So Sad is going to be coming off just a few minutes after receiving Tunisia's first booking of the game. So I wonder if that might have played a part in Sami Trabelsi's decision there. But Sad is off, and Ben Ramdan is coming on in the 55th minute. So that's Tunisia's second change of the game, as Uganda just built down this right hand side quite deep into Tunisia's own half. They're still not fully out of this game just yet. Now Tunisia can go on the break here, just starting with Mejbri. Ball runs out of play though. Will be throw-in taken quickly by Uganda. Now with Aucho. Chip delivery there. Looking to find Mukwala. Can't quite reach him though. I think the ball actually just comes off Bron last. So it is going to be a corner then for Uganda to take. This might be their best pathway back into this game, just through the set pieces. So corner kick will be taken from the left hand side. We've got Mutiaba there. He is going to take, so it was between him and Mato, but Mato has now run into the 18-yard box here. So it's going to be the substitute Mutiaba to take, who is now okay to continue. Out swinger then, left-footed. And quite a few appeals for handball here from the Ugandan players, but nothing given. And as they look to build down the right-hand side, ball runs out of play for a throw-in for Tunisia to take. But I think the referee is just signalling. We might be getting some information from VAR over a possible handball. Does definitely come off the hand there of the Tunisian number 5. That's Ben Ramdan, who's only been on the field for a few minutes. Even that, I think he's only been on the pitch 2 minutes. It did look as if it actually came off his hand there. Just a question of whether his arm was in an unnatural position or not. But the game has now continued, so it looks as if it was a fairly quick check there from VAR. But I think there was definitely something in that for... It was definitely worth appealing from Uganda's perspective. Play continues though, so it doesn't look as if anything is further is going to be given by VAR there retrospectively. As Tunisia just won a free kick just in front of their own dugout area here. And it's going to be Bron to take. We now move into the 58th minute, so currently Tunisia 2, Uganda 0. And the space has just worked out here for Mejbri. Just before he's about to pull the trigger, the Ugandan defence are just able to clear their lines. Now to Kayondo. Just goes down in a bit of a tussle there between himself and Achauri. Will still be on a high after that brilliant and beautiful second goal that he put in for Tunisia. Maybe the best goal of the tournament so far. A lovely, calm and composed volleyed finish that Magula in Uganda's goal could do nothing about at all. So now time for Uganda just to try and play the ball out from the back here. They've just got possession about 15 yards behind the halfway line. This time they're going a bit more direct, playing a long ball up the top, trying to find a koala at the end of it, but can't quite reach it. There's also Omedi there as well, who came on at the start of the second half. Actually took a bit of a knock there from a Tunisian player, but actually going to be a free kick for Tunisia. So I think it might have actually been an offside that was called. So 3 more substitutions that both teams can make here as we get closer towards the hour mark, but at the moment it's pretty comfortable for Tunisia. You know, Uganda, well, just as they look to get into a very good position here in the final third, it's a bit of a snatched effort at a shot, and it goes a long way wide from the koala. And they're certainly not going to get back into this game if they keep shooting like that. And at the moment, I still don't think they've actually registered a single shot on target in this game. They've now had 5 shots in total, with still none on target. Whereas Tunisia have had 3 shots on target from their 8 total shots, and of course managed to get 2 goals from that. So Tunisia just trading passes in between their defence here, just between Bron and Colby. As another goal for Tunisia would surely seal the 3 points in their opening game of this year's tournament. Just free kick given away though, so free defensive free kick for Uganda, deep into their own half. Valerie, the Sheffield Wednesday player, not happy with that decision, just too much shoving for the referee's liking, as we now hit the hour mark in this game. So still Tunisia 2, Uganda 0. Just goes back to Obita, and the best of long passes there from Obita. Goes a long way out. He was trying to find Mato on the end of it, but yeah, it's just what's a couple of things for me have really cost Uganda in this game. They've just lost the ball too many times in their midfield. They've been out-muscled there by their opponents, but when they have got into the final third, it's just not really been that much of an idea as to what to do at that point. It's a bit of a lack of killer instinct, really, and that has cost them dearly so far. Just work the ball all the way back to Magula. It's forced to clear very quickly. Ball falls back into Tunisia's possession in their midfield. Now back to Bron, to Tolby, and to their midfield with Skiri, to Sassi, skipper. This is good from Tunisia. Now onto their right hand side here with Valerie, trying to play the ball into the 18-yard box. The Ugandan defence are just able to clear the ball away. Now over to Tunisia's left hand side, finds Abdi. They're just losing the ball at a critical point there. Now Uganda can counter just down this right hand side, just starting off with the number 14, Omedi. They've just managed to keep possession here, just having 2 trade passes in between their defence. Now with Semakula, it's going about 10 yards over the halfway line, looking to find support here through Mato. Can't keep the ball though. And it's a long ball by Tunisia. It's just getting very scrappy at the moment now. Just I get the feeling that Tunisia can just wrap this game up, but it's just getting scrappy. It just means whilst it's like that, still just gives Uganda just a little bit of a hope here. It's alright, just takes the ball over the halfway line. Again, Uganda lose possession at a critical point. This is what I mean. As soon as that happens, Tunisia also lose the ball. It's just getting really sloppy between both teams here. Not really much quality shown so far in this second half. Of course, the quality that was shown in the first half certainly all went down to Tunisia's side. Attempted through ball there from Sassi, just looking to play in the Chowri. Score of Tunisia's second doesn't fall through. Now the Ugandan defence will clear the ball out from their own back line here. Now Mato will go further forward. Again, attempted through ball. There's no creativity there. The Tunisian defence are just able to clear the ball away pretty comfortably, but for Uganda, it is at least a throw-in on this left wing, and as if they'll go long this time through Kayondo. Tiaba's just trying to get into decent position here for Uganda, known as the Cranes. Again, just losing the ball so easily after throw-ins in particular as well. Just making life too easy at the moment for Tunisia. Now they've got some space to work into here on the counter. They've got the ball on the left-hand side of the 18-yard box. They could score here. It's parried away, but now it's 3-0 to Tunisia after 64 minutes played. And it's a Chowri who gets his second goal of the night and Tunisia's third goal of the evening. And surely that is the game secured now. That's 3 points secured for Tunisia and for Sami Trabelsi's team here, and it's been deserved. At times it has been pretty sloppy and scrappy in this second half, but Tunisia have still been fairly comfortably the better side since the very first whistle in tonight's game, and surely the 3 points have now been wrapped up. It all came from really sloppy play from Uganda in their own attack, and Tunisia quite easily outnumbered Uganda inside their own 18-yard box here. They were just able to take their time. The initial shot went from Abdi. It was spilled out by Magula, and Achari was waiting to pounce. He was in the right place at the right time, and he lashes the ball home despite Kayondo's best efforts to block the ball right at the end. And that is 3-0 now to Tunisia. And, well, this has already been a better campaign than the one the Eagles of Carthage had 2 years ago, where they went out very disappointingly in the group stage. So, of course, you can still finish third in your group and still go through if you are one of the 4 best third-place teams out of the 6 groups. Can still go through to the round of 16, so to be eliminated at the group stage was incredibly disappointing from Tunisia's perspective. But if they get the win here, which they very much look like they're going to do, because of the fact that you can still go through as one of the best third place teams, just 1 point from their last 2 group games would probably be enough for Tunisia to at least advance to the knockouts round. But of course they'll be looking to try and top their group. The other 2 teams in Group C are Nigeria and Tanzania. Nigeria won 2-1 against Tanzania earlier on tonight. So midway point now of this second half, and Uganda have just got to be careful here, because of course goal difference could be pivotal by the end of the group stage. We've just got to make sure that they don't really lose by anything further. But Tunisia looking for more goals here. Achowri, the star man, has managed to win a corner, charged down by Kayondo, but there's just too many spaces at the moment for Tunisia to work into in this second half. And if anything, there's definitely, you get the feeling there's more goals in this match, but you can't see any of those goals coming for Uganda, it has to be said. As we just wait for this corner to be taken then from Tunisia's right flank. This has been the dream start here for Tunisia. It would be pretty much a minor miracle if Uganda can somehow claw a point away from this game. Outswinging corner here, just falls at the far post, but it'll be cleared away by Uganda. And it'll be a throw now for the North African side, just in line with the edge of the 18-yard box. And the throw comes in short. Work towards the edge of the box, cleared away again by Uganda. There'll be a throw to be taken again, right in line with the edge of the 18-yard box. Throw falls to Chowri. I've got a strong suspicion he's probably going to win the official Man of the Match award after this game. Now Tunisia working down this right-hand side very nicely indeed. Sassi gets the ball in. They've got a big chance here to possibly go 4-0 up if they could just get the ball out from under their feet, and they can't quite do so. Uganda's defence able to breathe a sigh of relief, but they're back on the attack once more here. The Eagles of Carthage. We've got a Tunisian player go down, but the referee gives nothing for that. There's clearly no contact there. I think that was the one of Tunisia's substitutes that went up forward there, Ben Ramadan, and just slips over more than anything. I don't think it was actually a dive. It literally just slipped on the skiddy surface, and it is still raining hard. It must be said, the pitch has done remarkably well to play as strongly as it has, because the rain has really poured down all night here. Tunisia building down this right-hand side again, this time through the full-back here with Valerie. Now Sassi, just about 5 yards away from the touchline. Now passes back to Achauri. Tunisia keeping the ball very nicely indeed. You just get the sense that Uganda are really tiring here badly. Ball is played across goal, and it'll be cleared away by the Ugandan defence, and they'll look to counter here through Mato. But you do feel like Uganda are beginning to tire quite visibly in this game. There's still 20 minutes to go. Ball is spread from the left flank to the right. And it's a long-range attempt there. Did it actually come off the keeper in the end? I don't think it did. It was Omedi that went for probably about 35 yards out there. Ambitious, to say the least. But comfortably going wide. There was some appeals that the goalkeeper got a touch to it, but that definitely wasn't the case. But it's going to be another change now for Uganda, and Bagari is going to come on for Kuala, and Al Hassan is going to come on for Semakula. So another double change here that Uganda manager Paul Putt has made here, as we now move into the 71st minute of the game. And it's just looking like Tunisia going to win at a canter here in this match, and could well win by more. In the earlier game I worked on today, where Senegal beat Botswana 3-0, I mean, Senegal could quite easily have scored 6 or 7 in that match, but it was only because of an inspired goalkeeping performance for Botswana that kept the score at least fairly respectable. But you do get the feeling that Tunisia can definitely get 1 or 2 more here by the time we get to the 90th minute. The yellow card has just come out here. Just trying to ascertain exactly who that's been sent to. For a Ugandan player, that. So Uganda have just got 1 more substitution that they can make. And Tunisia still have 3 more. And so we're just waiting for the game to resume here. Finally do. Just had a little bit of a break as one of the Tunisian players was just tying up their shoelaces there. And now we're back underway. So Tunisia just building down the right hand side again, inside their own half with Valerie. Now back to Darman, who certainly had a pretty quiet start to the tournament. Not had too much to do at all. Abdi going on a darting run down the middle through the centre circle, but takes a bit too much of a heavy touch. Now Uganda can win the ball back, but again, as we keep saying, the midfield loses possession to Tunisia's midfield far too easily, and that just allows Tunisia to go onto the attack themselves at pace. Just moves it back to the centre of midfield with Skiri. Now to Bron. I'll say Tunisia have looked good though in this game. They've looked convincing in this match. They've not had like a whole host of clear-cut chances, but when they have come along, they have been pretty clinical, it has to be said, on the whole. And we've got a Tunisian player down here. A challenge that's come in. Look at the replay here, so it's Valerie that's gone down. It's not the best of challenges that came in there from Bato. Just that booking from 2 minutes ago, by the way, for Uganda. That went to one of the substitutes, Al Hassan. So Al Hassan, the number 12 for Uganda, has shown a yellow card there just a couple of minutes ago. Now for Tunisia, Valerie's just getting back up here, but that was a fair bit of a whack that he received. Don't be too surprised if he might just go off as a caution here, as a precautionary measure. It's going to be a free kick for Tunisia. We now move into the 74th minute, and it's Tunisia 3, Uganda 0, and Tunisia really cantering towards a victory here. Mejbri is playing the ball back to the Tunisian defence. Sami Trabelsi, by the way, can still make 3 more changes between now and the end of the game. Now Chawat for Tunisia, back to Mejbri, now to the right flank, where Valerie will put the ball in. It's a very good cross, and there is a header in there from Chawat, but it's steered quite a long way over the bar in the end. Is there a push there? Possibly. So VAR will check it, but Chawat, did get his head onto the ball. He gets the thumbs up there from Sassi for his attempts, but he was clearly not balanced when he actually went for the header, and it went quite a long way over the bar in the end. So Uganda going on their latest attacks. Good ball there from Civic. Gone about 50 yards there, just to the edge of the 18-yard box. And they go for goal from around 25 yards out. Decent effort, but it still goes wide. It was Civic that went for goal. Toby Civic, the Burton Albion player. He's in League One in English football. The Staffordshire side. It is ultimately going to be a goal kick for Eamon Darman to take. I think we still haven't actually seen a shot on target yet by Uganda in this game. They now have 8 shots, but not on target, whereas Tunisia have had 4 shots on target, with 3 of those going in. So it's been a clinical display for Tunisia in this opening game for both these teams in this year's AFCON tournament. Can Uganda claim something, though, from this game, at least to limit the damage in terms of goal difference here? Goes back to Magula. And to Obita. Just goes long here. Ball comes out to the Uganda midfield. Ball just goes out of play. It'll be a Tunisia throw-in. It's going to be taken by the number 20, Valerie's. A decent game there on the right-hand side of Tunisia's defence. Just tries to go long. It'll be cleared out by the Ugandan 12, Al Hassan, who's just on a booking at the moment. We're just coming towards the 78th minute now, and Tunisia 3-0 up here against Uganda. And it's going to be another throw-in for the Cranes to take, with Kayondo just on this left-hand side of Uganda's defence. It goes about 10 yards. Tunisia able to head the ball away. Just now go to Obita. Just be charged down. It'll be a throw-in in a defensive position for Uganda. You just get the feeling this game is just really beginning to peter out here. You know pretty much that the points have been wrapped up by Tunisia. I'm sure they'd love at least one more here for the cherry on top moment in this opening game of the campaign for the Eagles of Carthage. Abdi. Now Tunisia have just got some space here on the left hand side. Now breaking into the 18-yard area, but that's a good claim there from Magula. One of the best bit of goalkeeping we've seen from him in this match, and what's been a tough game for him. It was a good run though down that left-hand side from Ben Ramdan. But good goalkeeping in the end, just scuppering that latest Tunisia effort. Now Abdi just going down this left-hand side. Now on the overlap here. Best of defending there from Uganda. Ball just runs back out to Skiri. Now Mejbri. And Tunisia just really dictating the tempo now. Still got every outfield player inside Uganda's half. That's a lovely through ball there. And now into the 18-yard area. Can they get the right pass in? No, they can't. But Sassi trying to win the ball back before the Ugandan defence are just able to clear the ball away anywhere they can. Now they'll look to break here down the middle of play. Just a real injection of pace here from Mato, but that's a poor ball. They've managed to win it back, just getting scrappy again. And it has to be said, Uganda's passing has really let them down when it's mattered here. Now Tunisia are going on the counter themselves through the substitute, Ben Ramdan. Now to the centre of play. We've got a Tunisian player go down there. A Chowri, who's on a hat-trick. Goes down, clearly a foul. Maybe a Chowri will want to take this free kick himself, so he's on for a hat-trick. Clearly a late challenge that came in there from Kayondo. Surprised it's not a booking, to be honest. It's a free kick in a good position, just towards the left of centre, maybe just over 20 yards out. Definitely possibility, well, more than possibility that Tunisia will go for goal directly here. As Uganda's goalkeeper Magula just organises his wall here. Things could potentially be going from bad to worse for Uganda, and if they're actually going to make a substitution before this free kick is taken, we're certainly going to see a double Tunisian switch. So it looks as if the captain Sassi is going off, so he's going off and he's going to be replaced by Takar in the 81st minute. So Takar's coming on for Sassi. A change of captaincy there for Tunisia. And it also looks as if the Chowri, who's got a brace tonight, scoring the second and third goals for Tunisia, is going off, and Garbi is going to come on for him, the number 11. So Tunisia have got one more substitution that they can make, as Chowri gets a very, very good reception, and rightly so, for his performance tonight. So he's replaced by Garbi for the latter stages of this game. It's a big hug there from the Tunisia head coach, Sami Trabelsi, who will be very, very happy man, surely, once we reach full time here at the Rabat Olympic Stadium in Morocco. It doesn't look as if Uganda are just going to make their last change just yet, but so free kick in a very, very good position. Looks as if it's going to be Mejbri to take. Just heading towards the 83rd minute now. Might be Abdi to take as well if he's going to go left-footed. Free kick in a very good area, and it's parried away there by the goalkeeper Magula. So it was Mejbri that went for goal himself in the end. It was a good save there from Magula at full stretch, just to tip the ball around the post to concede a corner. So the danger's still not over yet for Uganda. Perhaps the goalkeeper could have actually claimed the ball and caught it, maybe if we're being really harsh, but did enough to prevent his side from going 4-0 down. The danger's still not over, as we say here, in the 83rd minute now. Corner for Tunisia from their right-hand side. Ball comes in then from the number 10, Mejbri. Comes straight back out to him, then loses the ball to Mato, who certainly worked hard for Uganda. Has also, well, not just from himself, but from a number of Uganda players in this game. And there's been a lot of misplaced passes, though. In terms of possession in the second half, 51-49. 50% in favour of Tunisia. It's just at those key moments where you get into the final third where Uganda have lost the ball so many times. So just on possession, just on the right hand side here with Mutiaba. Now back to Obita. Just receives the ball now. Keeps the ball along the turf here. Finds Mato. Mato goes down. Just brought down there by one of the Tunisian substitutes that's only just come on, Takar. And we're just going to see our final Ugandan change of the night then. So Okello is going to be coming on, and he's going to replace the number 7 Rogers Mato, who plays his club football for Vardar in North Macedonia. That's the final change there then. So Mato goes off and Okello comes on for him. So that's all of Uganda's changes, and then Tunisia have just one more that they can make, as with 5 minutes to go then of normal time. And the scoreline is Tunisia 3, Uganda 0. Just feel this game is just really beginning to peter out now here. Uganda just knocked the ball back to Torak in that central defensive role. Now to the left hand side, just over the halfway line, manages to find Omedi. Keeps the ball in the middle of the pitch. Now with Boguer. That's a decent ball. It's good defending though from Abdi, just managing to get ahead of Toby Civic. And Tunisia are able to maintain possession. Just build the ball down this right hand side. Now they've moved the ball into the centre of play, up towards the halfway line. Finds Valerie, just plays the ball along that line. Now just forced to go back just a little bit here to Bron. Now all the way back to Darman. Just a reminder of the goals. Skiri giving Tunisia the lead after 10 minutes played, but the disputed goals panel might look at that one, because I think it actually hit the post before then coming back off the goalkeeper before it actually went over the line. So I think it could be a possibility it might actually be credited as an own goal to Magula, but no mistake about the goal scorer for the second and third goals for Tunisia. It's very much Elias Achouri, who I'm pretty certain will win the Man of the Match award straight after this game. Just a free kick one for Uganda in decent position, just about midway down the right of centre inside Tunisia's own half. So the free kick looks to be taken here by the number 21, Okello. It's just come onto the field for Uganda. Trains. So free kick floated in here. Pretty simple for Tunisia's defence to deal with, although it was a pretty wild sliced clearance there from number 10, Hannibal Mejbri, but gets away with it, the Burnley player. Uganda just with possession, just over the halfway line now on the left-hand side, now into the centre of play. Again, losing the ball in midfield, and Tunisia will look to take advantage of that, starting with Ben Ramdan. Can feed the ball forward to Chawat to try and latch onto, but he can't quite get there. It's now into the 88th minute here, so barring some sort of miracle, it's going to be Tunisia that will start their campaign off with 3 points here, and work to do for Uganda if they're going to make it through to the knockout stages. And we're just about to see the final Tunisian change then, and it's going to be Taunekti that's going to come on, and he's going to come on for Burnley's Hannibal Mejbri. So Mejbri coming off here gets a great reception from the travelling Tunisian support. Mejbri comes off to a good reception, and he's replaced by Taunekti for a late cameo role. So that's all the substitutions done for in this game here. as we now move into the 89th minute, and we'll be finding out soon just how much stoppage time that we're going to have here. So Uganda just building down this left-hand side, midway down the Tunisia half here. Ball spread from left to right. Uganda gets some sort of consolation. Delivery comes in from the right wing, but no one can get on the end of it. Tunisia looking to go down the right-hand side of their defence, and the ball is actually just brought back for a free kick for the North African side. 90 seconds to go before we reach the 90th minute. Just a reminder of what happened earlier on today. So earlier on today in Group C, which features Tunisia and Uganda. So earlier on, Nigeria beat Tanzania 2-1. Ademola Lookman scoring the crucial goal there for Nigeria to get them off to a winning start. Because Nigeria won't be at this coming summer's World Cup in North America. They failed to qualify. And earlier on today as well, in the daytime in Group D, it finished Benin 0, the Democratic Republic of the Congo 1, Botswana 0, Senegal 3, although that could have been and probably should have been a lot more for Senegal in that game, who absolutely dominated that match against the lowest ranked side in this competition. So just about 20 seconds away then before we reach the 90th minute. Uganda still battling away, still looking to try and find consolation, but there's just been no killer instinct and no quality at all in that final third. And we get a late goal here though. Delivery comes in from Toby Civic. Pretty comfortable though for Tunisia's defence to deal with. Now we've got a Ugandan player go down in the area, but it's an offside that's being given against the Ugandan 14, Omedi. So we should be finding out now just how much stoppage time we're going to have here in this game. So yeah, just checking these stats here. So Uganda without a shot on target in this game. So we're now 30 seconds past the 90th minute. We're going to have 5 minutes of stoppage time. So there's still definitely time for one more goal as Tunisia bring the ball up to the 18-yard box, and it was a decent shot there. That in the end steered wide. Probably should have done better as well. It was the number 5, Ben Ramdan, that went for glory. Too far away actually. A bit closer than I thought it would. So still definitely time for a goal here, but Tunisia just missing that opportunity to go 4-0 up. There's still also time for Uganda to get a consolation here. So they just go on the counter now, playing the ball through the middle. This is a pretty quick counter from Uganda, just on this right hand side, just on the outskirts of the area. Can the ball be played in from the byline? Yes it can. The ball flies out now to Omedi, and the ball goes into the net. Uganda have scored here. It's taken a big deflection, I think, but Uganda have scored, and it's now Tunisia 3, Uganda 1. I think the ball may have possibly come off the number 20 Jan Valery last. Let's have another look again, just on my little monitor in front of me. So it's a shot, yep, that comes in from Omedi, and then it takes quite a big deflection in the end actually off the number 20 Jan Valery. The ball loops over the goalkeeper and into the corner of the net, and even though pretty much certain Uganda are going to lose this game, they have managed to get a goal back. So it's Tunisia 3, Uganda 1. It's Omedi that has got onto the score sheet here for Uganda. The PAR are just checking something though, but I think we should be all good. And yet, game restarts. So we're halfway through the 5 minutes of stoppage time then. It is now Tunisia 3, Uganda 1, and Omedi scoring there, the substitute, one of the substitutes for Uganda, that has got himself onto the score sheet. So just at least improves their goal difference marginally. And I think Tunisia will be disappointed though that they've conceded at the end, because as we mentioned, that before that effort, Uganda have not had a single shot on target in the game, so they will be a bit disappointed that they've not kept a clean sheet. But just under 2 minutes to go then. Throw in for Tunisia in a decent position here. It's about 25 yards out from the corner quadrant, taken by Jan Valery. Ball chipped in towards the byline, still on this right hand side for Tunisia, looking to get the delivery in from this right flank. Nice work there from the Tunisian 26, Kaunekti. Only been on the pitch a few minutes and is on his side a corner. Less than 2 minutes to go though. This could well be the last opportunity of the match for either side. Can Tunisia get one more here to restore their 3-goal margin? So if it's going to be an out swinger, and it's just tipped over by the goalkeeper. That's a fabulous save there from Jamal Magula. Out swinger of a corner. Oh, that's a really good save. Looks if it was the Tunisian number 6, Dylan Bron of Servette, that managed to get the free header. And it was tipped well over the bar. Another out swinging corner comes in. This time it finds no one. Just over 30 seconds to go then. Now Tunisia with possession just on this left hand side, looking to go down here with Takar. Back to the Tunisian defence with Tolby. And all the way back to Darman. He goes long. Tunisia still looking for another goal here to restore that 3-goal lead. Ball runs out of play. And the throw will be taken by Kayondo. And takes the throw here. Can only be a few seconds left, surely. And in fact, the full-time whistle now goes here from the referee. And so despite that very, very late goal for Uganda in stoppage time, it only proved to be a consolation. So Tunisia have won 3-1 here. So an early goal after just 10 minutes from Elias Skiri, the Eintracht Frankfurt player. Though that might possibly be given later as an own goal to Jamal Magula, but at the moment it's down as a Skiri goal after 10 minutes, and then a lovely volleyed finish from Elias Chowri gave Tunisia a 2-0 lead. Chowri then scored again from a close range rebound in the 64th minute to make it 3-0 to Tunisia before Omedi scored in the 2nd minute of stoppage time to grab a consolation for Uganda. So thank you so much for listening along to our live commentary coverage tonight, but at full time here at the Rabat Olympic Stadium in Morocco in this Group C game in this year's AFCON, it's finished Tunisia 3, Uganda 1. Thank you.
Bedankt voor de fantastische ondersteuning van het elftal.
Edge of a box, Stuart Atwell doesn't believe so. Adam Wharton will come forward for Palace. Wharton will clip it forward. Kepa is out of his goal, he's able to clear. Good goalkeeping by him, and then Adam Wharton with the foul from behind on Mikel Merino. Arsenal going to try and get on with it quickly. Real urgency in their play. It did look like to me that Bukayo Saka was caught by Adam Wharton. The two England teammates. Oh, maybe not, actually. It looked like there was too much contact, actually. Borna Sosa has come on as a substitute here in the 101st minute. Tyrant Mitchell has made his way off the pitch. Borna Sosa on. A reminder, if it remains the same, this game will go to penalties. Crystal Palace, the last thing they could do with his extra games, but that's what the EFL Cup will be doing. But they do have Macclesfield in the FA Cup. It's the glamour tie. Crystal Palace going to National League Macclesfield in January in the third round of the FA Cup. They'll be playing on the 3G pitch. Ball does go forward. Urian Timber, Mark Gahey will clear it away. It's Rice who tries to knock it forward, but Borna Sosa will send it in the air. Play continues now, 102 minutes on the clock. Lewis Skelly to Uche, and he bundles over Timber, and it's going to be an Arsenal free kick here. Oliver Glasner screaming at the fourth official, Andrew Kitchen down there. He's convinced there should be the final whistle. Kepa's going to play it out to the right channel. Bukayo Saka. Final bit of pressure for Palace to see out. Saka left-footed cross into the far post. It's Declan Rice. Benitez with the save. And Walter Benitez will now have the opportunity to be the hero from the spot kicks. It finishes in normal time. Arsenal 1, Crystal Palace 1. It goes to penalties. We will have to find out in a few minutes or so. You can join us again. Don't go anywhere. Kepa has saved 24% of his penalties in his career. Walter Benitez has saved just 13% of his penalties in his career. There is going to be pressure here. Walter Benitez, first penalty in fact he's going to face as a Crystal Palace goalkeeper, and he's up against the Arsenal captain Martin Ødegaard. The referee's whistle goes. Can Martin Ødegaard start off the score? And it's going to be a left-footed strike into the left corner, and he celebrates with his fellow supporters. It's 1-0 Arsenal. It's the opening goal. He sends the goalkeeper Walter Benitez the wrong way, and Martin Ødegaard opens the scoring. So now the pressure turns to Jean-Philippe Mateta. Mateta, the main man, the goal scorer for Crystal Palace. So Mateta, who's already scored 4 goals for Crystal Palace this season from the spot. It's him against Kepa, who's got a good penalty record, Kepa. But it's Mateta, right-footed shot, sends it down the middle of the goal. Kepa goes the wrong way, and the man in gold can celebrate with his goalkeeper, Walter Benitez. So Benitez makes his way back into the middle of the goal. Mateta turns around to the supporters, asking for them to make some noise. The penalties are taken in front of the Arsenal supporters, and now it's one of the best players in the world at the moment. It's Declan Rice, the man that joined Arsenal for £101 million from West Ham United. Yet to win a trophy with Arsenal is Declan Rice. But he likes the responsibility on his shoulders. It's Rice against Benitez. It's going to be a right-footed shot by Rice. Slams it down the middle of the goal, and he wasn't missing that. There's not many players that go about their business with the confidence that he does. So the pressure will now turn to the Northern Irish international, Justin Devaney, who scored a penalty on the weekend against Leeds United. It was a consolation as they were 3 goals down already at Ellen Road. They scored in right at the end of the game before they conceded a 4th from a free kick. But Justin Devaney just speaking to the referee, and Kepa Arrizabalaga, the 31-year-old, is going to try and put off the 22-year-old. So Devaney, left-footed strike, right into the bottom corner with aplomb. It's Arsenal 2, Crystal Palace 2. So once again, Walter Benitez will take his place in the middle of the goal here in this shootout. And it's going to be the Arsenal vice-captain, Bukayo Saka, of course. Takes a lot of penalties for Arsenal, but famously missed that penalty for England in the European Championship final against Italy, when England lost out to Italy in the Euros 2020, which took place in 2021. But Saka puts the ball down. The 24-year-old up against Benitez. He's bouncing around on the line. It's going to be a left-footed strike by Saka. A short run-up. Rolls it into the bottom corner, and Arsenal back in front. It's Arsenal 3, Crystal Palace 2. Now Kepa Arrizabalaga will step in the middle. A goalkeeper who once in this competition was playing for Chelsea, and Chelsea were going to sub on Willy Caballero to come on and save the penalties right at the end of the game in extra time, and there was a public fallout between Kepa and Maurizio Sarri, and on that occasion Kepa refused to come off despite his number being put up on the board. He refused to come off. He said, "I am not coming off this pitch." He stayed on the pitch, and then Chelsea went on to lose the penalty shootout, and Kepa received a lot of stick. But it's him against Will Hughes, the 30-year-old. Will Hughes, left-footed strike, straight down the centre of the goal. I think all Palace's goals, or 2 of them at least, have come down the middle. And we're back level. It's Arsenal 3, Crystal Palace 3. Oliver Glasner loves the cup competitions. During his time with Eintracht Frankfurt in Germany, he won the Europa League. Of course, last year, famously, won the FA Cup with Crystal Palace. He prides himself in taking the cup competition seriously. something Mikel Arteta possibly hasn't done. 7 years in charge now. 1 trophy in 7 years for Mikel Arteta. He wants to add to that trophy cabinet this year with them top of the Premier League and European table. But how he'd love to start it off with EFL Cup dominance. It's Leandro Trossard, the Belgian. The former Brighton man. He'd love to score against their arch enemies. It's Trossard. It's going to be a right-footed shot. The goalkeeper for the first time tonight goes the right way, but he lofts it over him. Trossard celebrates with the Arsenal supporters, and they are 4-3 up. And at the moment, it's the outfielders who are coming out on top. So now it's the man that got substituted on for the final 30 seconds. Hasn't taken a touch in normal time. He's come in from the cold. Borna Sosa, the man that signed this summer on a $3 million deal from Dutch side Ajax. Sosa puts the ball down. Pressure on his shoulder now. We're at sudden death now. Borna Sosa, left-footed strike. Excellent penalty, right into the bottom corner. 4-4. We're waiting for either a mistake or a save. It's going to be the man that's been playing as an unconventional striker at times for Arsenal. The man that started the game as the captain, Mikel Merino. He won the European Championships with Spain 18 months ago. He's looking for another trophy to add to his cabinet. It's Mikel Merino up against Walter Benitez. Deep breath taken by the former Real Sociedad man. It's going to be a left-footed strike. He stutters, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, and we are firmly in sudden death territory because if Crystal Palace miss here, Arsenal head through to the semi-finals, and it's going to be Jefferson Lerma, the Colombian, to step forward. He has to score as the former Bournemouth man. No goalkeeper's even got close to saving a penalty in this game. But it is Jefferson Lerma against Kepa Arrizabalaga. Oliver Glasner stands on the edge of his dugout, praying, pleading. Lerma against Arrizabalaga. Good penalty by Lerma. He waited for Arrizabalaga to go down. Sends it down the right corner as Kepa went the wrong way. 5-5. Sudden death. Good standard of penalties here. It's now going to be the central defender, Riccardo Calafiori. His ex-team, his former employers Bologna, were involved in a penalty shootout on Friday night in the Supercoppa Italiano against Inter Milan, where they won on penalties, did Bologna. But now for his current employers Arsenal, he is taking this penalty. He puts the ball down. He's going to step back. Pressure on him. It's going to be a left-footed strike. Sends the goalkeeper once again the wrong way. Goalkeepers haven't been close to them tonight. 6-5. Once again, pressure back on the shoulders of Palace. Who's it going to be? It's Adam Wharton, the man from Lancashire that came through the academy system at Blackburn Rovers before making the big money move to Crystal Palace. People are recognising him as perhaps the next big midfielder in this country. One of the most aesthetically pleasing players to watch in the Premier League at the moment. But does he have goals to his game? Adam Wharton, short run up, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. It's 6-6. It's an absolute thrilling penalty shootout here. The standard of penalties have been absolutely spectacular. So now it's the right fullback, Jurrien Timber, who likes to score goals. He's got a real knack of finishing opportunities when he gets them. That's Yuri and Timber. And he's going to put down the ball. It's a short run up, and oh, he smashes it into the top corner. Walter Benitez goes the right way. Timber slams it past him. Arsenal 7, Crystal Palace 6. So once again, the pressure now turns to Kristantas Uche, and for me, I never think your striker should be taking the 7th penalty. I know he's come on as a substitute, but as an attacker, I would have thought, be one of the first penalty takers. He's the 7th one here, which maybe suggests he doesn't feel the most confident as the former Getafe man. The Nigerian hasn't been called up to the AFCON. It's Kristantas Uche, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. 7-7 in the game now. Incredible. Kepa went really early. So who will it be now? William Saliba. He's going to come up to take the penalty. Number 8 for Arsenal. So William Saliba. Real short run up. It's a central run up as well. He stutters, sends Benitez the wrong way. 8-7 now. We'll have to go some way with this game to beat the record in English football, which was broken just last year. 34 penalties taken from the spot and 31 scored. That monumental shootout was the longest in EFL Cup history, which ended Preston North End 16, Fulham 15. We'll have to go some way to get there. We're halfway there at the moment. Arsenal 8, Crystal Palace 7, albeit we haven't seen any penalties missed. 16th penalty of the game. Kepa takes his place. It's going to be Maxence Lacroix, and oh, it's been a nightmare for him. He's missed from the spot. He scored the own goal, which saw Arsenal take the lead. It's Kepa Arrizabalaga with the save. It's Arsenal 8, it's Crystal Palace 7. And Kepa Arrizabalaga with the save. Arsenal will go and join Chelsea in the semi-final of the competition. It'll be Manchester City and Newcastle in a two-legged tie. Arsenal and Chelsea in a London derby two-legged tie. But the FA Cup winners, Crystal Palace, head out to the competition. Arsenal head through. Maxence Lacroix scores an own goal and misses a penalty, but Arsenal head through to the next round. It's been a long night here at the Emirates Stadium. From me, Jack Goodwin, here on the Flash Score platforms. Have a very